Hello, this is the new channel for your relaxation. We name bedtime stories. So, firstly, I will tell you why we name our channel Bedtime Stories. Here are short bedtime stories. We are used to hearing short stories before we are going to bed. Our grandmothers would tell us a short story every night before we go to sleep. This is the best time for us to hear short stories. They are the storehouse of short stories. This is the way the affectionate bond between us and our grandmothers get developed. We understand this world with the help of the short stories that we hear from our grandmothers and grandfathers. The intimacy between our forefathers and us get a special turn after we start to hear the short stories. Here are the many short stories which almost all of us might have heard from our grandmothers. Those who failed to have such an intimate moments can experience those moments by listening our short stories from our channel. So, this will be our first story, and its name Butterfly Lovers, a Chinese story. So, to sit comfortable, maybe lay comfortable, lay down to your bed and relax and listen to this interesting story. Long ago in China, at a time when girls were expected to stay at home and learn household work while the boys went to school, a girl named Zhu conceived a desire to study. She wished to study too much. Her family was wealthy, and Zhu was pampered by her father, didn't want to go against tradition. When she pestered him, he told her if she got admission into school, he would not stop her from studying. He was confident that no school would admit a girl. But Zhu was resourceful. She disguised herself as a boy and managed to get admission into a school in the city of Hangzhou, where her aunt lived. She was looking like a boy. She was clothing only boys wear. Every morning she would put on her disguise and go to school. There was a boy named Liang in her class. The two were drawn to each other, and in course of time became good friends. As the months and years passed, they became inseparable companions, and Zhu realized that she was in love. She wanted to stay with Liang the rest of her life. She thought of a plan. She told Liang that when they finished school and he had got a job, he should come to her house and ask her father for her sister's hand. Liang readily agreed. He too didn't want to lose Zhu. If he married her sister, they could continue to meet. After finishing school, Liang lost no time in taking up a job, and when he had saved enough to get married, he hastened to the Jew's house. He was coming there in a very good emotions. Zhu saw him coming and was overjoyed. It was a year since they had parted, and she had missed him terribly. Unable to restrain herself, she rushed out shouting, "I'm your friend! As you can see, I am a girl! I cannot live without you!" Liang was dazed by the revelation, but soon recovered and caught Zhu in the warm embrace. Suddenly, everything had fallen into place. Now he knew why he had felt such a strong love for Zhu. Zhu took him to her father, who listened attentively to what Liang had to say. But when the young man asked for Zhu's hand, he shook his head. He told Liang that Zhu had already been promised to another man, a wealthy merchant. Nothing that Liang said could make Zhu's father change his mind. Liang left shattered. He felt frighteningly alone. The thought that he would never see Zhu again filled him with pain. On the way, he collapsed and died. When Zhu learned of Liang's death, she lost all desire to continue living. She pretended to agree to the marriage arranged for her on condition that the wedding procession passed by Liang's grave. As the wedding procession neared the cemetery, the wind began to howl and the sky grew dark. Zhu jumped down for her plank vine and rushing to the Liang's grave, threw herself on it, sobbing uncontrollably. A peal of thunder suddenly rent the air. The next moment a bolt of lightning hit grave, breaking it open. Zhu leapt into it. The storm subsided as quickly as it had started. When Zhu's relatives reached the grave and peered into it, all they saw, at first, it was an empty coffin. Then out flew two butterflies, dancing, and if they could not believe, they were together. And as the people standing around the grave watched in the fascination and bewilderment, the two lovely butterfly lovers flew out of sight. Do you know who was it? Yes, it was Zhu and Liang in butterflies' bodies. Now they are together for the end of life. And it's the end of our story about butterfly lovers. This story of butterfly lovers was adopted from Chinese. So, I hope you like this story. Soon, on our channel, we will have more stories. So subscribe to us and wait for the next. And now, close your eyes, put your head on the pillow, put your hands under your cheeks, and sleep, sleep, sleep. And feel a lot of sweet and tender emotions in your dream. Love and kisses to you from my channel. I hope you will come to me again.